When we interact with nature and people who resemble nature, we experience healing of body and mind. Artists enjoy simplicity in nature, and people overcome hardships of labor with dynamic energy from soil, sea, and wind. They find pleasure and gratitude in everyday life. Such experiences fill the southern region of Korea. Photographer Jen Judge has come to capture the beauty of this journey. She is a prolific travel photographer whose works have been featured in various magazines, including the New York Times and National Geographic. She's also received a long list of awards.
To me, traveling is really like healing in a lot of ways. I think it gives you a better opportunity to see the world and to see things in a fresh way.
The healing trip begins at Jirisan Mountain. Jirisan means a mountain that knows principles. It's the mountain where the enlightened go. Just south of Jirisan is Hadong, Korea's fifth slow city. The residents live in an untainted environment, slowly, but reflecting on the values of life. There are many big and small bamboo forests near Jirisan Mountain. In Korea, bamboos symbolize fidelity and integrity because they grow tall and green all year round.
Where are we? Say, bamboo forest.
Bamboo forest.
Take one.
Take one.
The wind rustling the leaves, a dog barking in the distance. Everything sounds cozy and peaceful. For this trip, sound designer I매진 will accompany Jen and add healing sounds to her photos. He is a Berklee College of Music alumnus and currently works as a sound designer and an indie musician. He also contributed to Dubai TV's Pita Planet, which received global acclaim.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Wow. It makes everything so much more alive. Yeah. I mean, you can even hear the leaves, rustling, even though I don't really see them.
Jen shaking bamboo tree. Take one.
More. I feel really relaxed, and I feel like a sense of peace has kind of washed over me and like rejuvenated me. I feel like the bamboo forest and like listening through the microphone has given me more sense of life. I don't know, I feel really good.
같은 뻐꾸기 소리고 같은 참새 소리인데 이게 이렇게 되게 답답한 상황에서 들었을 때 소리하고 오늘같이 이렇게 대나무 숲 되게 편안하고 막 평화로운 상태에서 들을 때하고 굉장히 다른 느낌이 있어요.
You know, it's like when the two rub together, it like makes this sound. Like, it sounds like music. So, you know, being in the bamboo forest and sitting there and, you know, just listening to the forest, about the most peaceful place I could probably imagine, you know, and I kind of feel like you're listening to this, you know, orchestra essentially like happening above you, through the birds and the leaves and the bamboo shoots together.
Tea plants that grow near bamboo forests are called jugnocha. It means bamboo dew tea. Hadong's green tea fields have been around for 1,200 years and flourish among Jirisan Mountain's slopes and crevices.
어머니 지금 이게 찻잎 따시는 거예요?
네, 좋은 거예요. 한번 드셔보세요.
You can even eat it.
You can eat this?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Does it taste good?
네, 몸에 좋아요.
맛이 어때요?
몸이 좋아요. 맛있어요.
맛있어요?
피로 회복에 좋고 중화 작용, 피부에도 좋고 다 좋아요.
Will they take my wrinkles away?
Oh yeah. 주름도 없어지네.
순환도 좋고.
Oh, okay.
I really like the smell of it.
Yeah.
You can actually, it smells like a fresh cup of tea.
Oh yeah.
Almost,
Oh, yeah,
you know?
Like,
It's not quite, but
like full.
a big
full
jar,
cup, a big jar
yeah.
cup of green tea.
yeah, it smells really good.
Yeah.
Green tea is effective for preventing lifestyle diseases and detoxifying the body. It is also on the list of Time magazine's top 10 healthiest foods on the planet.
It's great. Is it okay if I step over this? I think she has beautiful eyes. That's why I wanted to photograph her. And the pink hat matches her beautiful round face. And she has very pretty eyes, so that's why I wanted to photograph her.
잘난 사람 있는데.
Will you look at me? There we go. That's better. It was kind of a surprise, you know. It's like you kind of walk through, you know, this forest pathway, and then all of a sudden, you know, it opens up into this small little field, and you realize like it's green tea. So it kind of felt like this little secret oasis, essentially, you know, that was kind of protected from outside world.
In Hadong, people make tea in the traditional way. In order to preserve green tea's rich flavor, the tea must be made on the day of the harvest, so everyone's busy at work. They begin by heating an iron pot. Then they briefly roast the tea leaves to bring out the savory flavor. Green tea master Hong So-sul dedicated his entire life to restoring Hadong's green tea and preserving Korea's traditional handmade tea.
The pot itself is made out of iron,
Okay.
and it gets hot as 450 Celsius. It's like more than 800 Fahrenheit.
But your hands were in there.
그거를 그냥 손으로 하시나요? 근데 엄청 뜨거운데 그걸 손으로 하셔도 기술로 하시는
예,
거예요?
그럼 감으로 하는 거예요. 예, 뭐 딱 정해놓은 게 아니고 이 온도하고 이 물량하고 좀 똑같이 일정하지는 않으니까 그 좀 오랜된 숙련된 경험이 있어야. 예, 그래서 이 매일이라고 해요.
The roasted tea leaves are rubbed on straw mats. With just the right amount of pressure, the leaves are scratched but not damaged and better prepared for brewing. There's a saying that goes, fine tea must be roasted 9 times and rolled 9 times. It's a job that requires a tremendous amount of effort.
It smells a little more like opened, and it has like I don't know, like it's not as grassy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It smells more like balanced or something. Like I don't know how to explain it.
내가 지금 가지고 있는 여러 가지 그 무형 기술 이거를 전수하는데 상당히 그 어렵다고요. 내가 지금 가지고 있는 걸 100% 전수가 될지 90% 될지 그거는 알 수가 없지만은 될 수 있으면 내가 알고 있는 여러 가지를 한 100% 정도 물려주고 싶죠.
You know, there's this moment in the roasting process where it's ready to take out, you know, and I think I asked him, it's like, how does he know, you know, and he's like, I just know, you know, it's like he knew, you know, and as people learn and as people grow in their lives, like there's usually a moment when somebody realizes that they finally have like honed their craft well enough to know when the timing is right. You know, at some point there was a moment when he knew that it was right, and he knew that he was, you know, that he had essentially become a master.
To get the most out of green tea, it's best to brew it at 70 degrees Celsius. People enjoy tea with their eyes first, then nose and mouth. They savor its color, aroma, and flavor.
What's the best way for me to enjoy this? Like by smell, or like what am I looking for?
그러니까 마시는데 집중하는 거. 예, 잘 마시는 데만 집중. 저는 머릿속에 잔용은 다 없애고 그냥 차만 정말 존중히 마시는 거. 복잡한 사회에서 지금 살잖아요. 예? 그렇기 때문에 순간순간 그러한 그 편안한 어떤 정말 조용하고 그런 시간을 갖는 것도 살아가는데 그 슬기로운 지혜라고.
That's a very good piece of advice.
Thank you so.
I do think so.
사진을 모양은 찍을 수 있어도 사람의 마음으로 찍을 수가 없는 것이 유감이요.
I wish. If I could, I would be a grandmaster.
그렇게 되면은 자기가 사진에 완전히 어떤 장인이 될 것 같다고 그러시네요.
I think that's what I try for.
그렇게 되고 싶고 그렇게 노력하고 있다고.
That's always what my goal is as a photographer.
Photos that capture the heart. Master Hong's remark lingers in her mind all afternoon.
I don't believe it.
I don't either. Wow. Wow.
That night, the two decided to spend the night at Kim's residence in Hadong.
What is this
This was
place?
amazing. Wow. I feel like we're in a movie.
Yeah. I think I know this place actually the location for a TV show.
Kim's residence was built in the 1930s. This kind of Japanese architecture was popular back then.
안녕하세요.
어서오세요. 네, 삼계탕 삶으려고 지금 준비, 가마솥에 지금 불 지피고 있습니다. 크다. 엄청 크다.
What's the name of the dish?
삼계탕.
Samgyetang?
삼 means ginseng in Korea.
Okay.
And 게 is a chicken, means chicken. 탕 means soup. So ginseng, chicken ginseng soup.
Samgyetang is an iconic summer dish in Korea. It's chicken soup with various medicinal herbs.
I never knew that chicken and water would look so beautiful.
삼계탕. 대령입니다.
와. 예.
펜으로 뜯는
Use my hands?
손으로 뜯으세요.
너무 맛있어서
Oh boy.
저녁 준비해 주셔서 너무 감사합니다.
네, 많이 드세요. Yes.
It's really tender. Yeah. Very tasty. I like it. It's good for your digest. Wow.
Very good. Thank you so much for.
This
The
is
rice looks different than normal.
this is a
녹차밥
green tea rice. Yeah, green tea again.
맛있어. 녹차밥 맛있다고. 같은 밥이라 녹차밥이 맛있어.
You can really taste the green tea in it.
이 조합이 굉장히 좋은 것 같아요. 고기의 어떤 질감하고 녹차밥의 질감하고.
From samgyetang to seasoned green tea leaves and green tea rice, the local dishes make a very healthy meal.
You know, go to the fields and see them harvest it, and see them dry it and process it and roll it and make tea, and then to come here and to have it in a cooked dish and have the entire dinner prepared. It's incredible. I like it.
Kind of sour, isn't it?
네.
감사합니다.
위하여.
What is yo-yo?
위하여.
Along with green tea, Hadong is famous for its long history of ceramics. Pottery workshops are clustered in Gilsung Village in particular, which boasts rich soil.
Is that the name of the village?
지곡.
Chigo? Chigo? Huh.
That's amazing.
It is amazing.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 예, 여기 제인이고요.
Nice to meet you.
예, 이매진이라고 합니다. 안녕하세요.
This is the famous Gilsung Pottery Kiln Site. It discovered and continues to use Joseon Dynasty's pottery techniques from 400 years ago.
Like, why is this one upside down?
굽 모양을 보라고 이렇게 해놓은 거거든요. 굽이 여기 까맣게 돼 있죠. 그래서 이게 차에 있는 카페인이나 그 탄닌, 카테킨 그런 성분들을 나 대신에 나쁜 거를 먹어줘서 자기는 이렇게 크랙이 가면서 깨지는 모습을 보이잖아요. 그래서 고마움을 느끼게 되고 나와 차를 먹는 하나의 나의 벗으로 봐서 인격체처럼 이렇게 커나간다는 표현을 해요.
So the pot's kind of healing the green tea, essentially.
이렇게 바닥에서 들지 않은
They kneel down to appreciate the pottery. It's to avoid accidents with these fragile pieces, and also a sign of respect for their tea companion.
Yesterday, the master told us that, the tea is about, focusing and simplicity, and it carries the theme through enjoying the tea to the art that goes into and the passion that goes into the actual vessel that holds it as well. It's beautiful.
Hadong's clay, known for its fine particles and many pores, produces the best in ceramics. Processing is a mundane routine, but the master must pay great care and attention to everything that involves the clay. And this is the source of artistry, hidden in simple things.
Perfect. Okay.
색깔을 봐. 이게 그대로
완전 곱다.
기가 막혔어. 그러니까 이 다른 흙은 철분에 따라서 전혀 다른 색깔로 나오는데 이것만큼은 이렇게 돼요.
The processed clay is then left aside for a week.
Whoa. Oh. I really like the way it feels. Like caramel pudding. Maybe I'm hungry.
흙 만지면 손이 이렇게 트거나 갈라지는 경우가 있는데 이 흙은 그런 게 잘 없어서 흙이 많이 순수해서 그런 것 같습니다.
She was rinsing her hands, like kind of scraping it off. Yeah. Can you get like a big drop? Wow, that's really cool.
The aged clay goes through a stepping process. It's to untangle the clay and remove air bubbles.
All right, like that.
이거 발을 뽑을 뒤꿈치부터 이는 거. 그래 발을.
I'm not doing very good. It's very cool to the touch. It's silky and smooth, and it just feels really good. No, my feet have been very tired from all the walking, And this actually feels very therapeutic.
Another healing process.
It is a healing process, actually.
The clay is ready to be shaped into a teacup. Pottery master Gilsung still uses traditional spinning wheels. At this moment, Gilsung is no longer a gentle father, but a strict teacher.
이거는 한 번 잘못 만들면 영원히 이거야. 그거는 아니지. 그건 빨리 정리하고 흙으로 올려보는 것이 원점이고 아닌 것은 아니다. 이건 뭐 99점 뭐 98점이 없어. 100점이 아닌 건 아닐 뿐이야. 이게 거기서 봐주는 건 없어.
It's either it's perfect or
okay
nothing.
or nothing.
No 99%.
No.
It's interesting because it's very similar to how I feel about my photography, and I want that very specific moment and that very specific place and time. And if I can't get it, I don't want to show it to anybody else. He's watching his daughter actually throw one of the pots that she was talking about, and he's kind of got this look on his face that's like it's knowing and it's understanding, but it's also very critical. And you can see that he's sitting there like wanting her to be better and wanting to draw out of her, like the true artisan. And so that expression in his face kind of summed him up to me. That is this balance of perfection and imperfection, and he kind of embodied that to me. So that's Master Gil. Beautiful garden.
How many hands and how much craftsmanship does it take to heal the body and mind over a cup of tea? That's when tea becomes more than just a drink, but a form of art.
She told me, she's like, this is what you're looking for. It's like you want to see like the color changes and the texture changes and, the residue on the side of the bowl. And you want to see, like the bubbles in the matcha and, about Korea. It's, I think, the first time
Jen and Imagen head to Namhaeseom Island at the very southern corner of the Korean peninsula. The beautiful ocean and the fresh seafood are remedies for body and mind. Located at the very southern corner of Namhaeseom Island, Mijohang Port is known not only for its beauty, but also for its abundant supply of anchovies.
So you said they're going to do an auction?
Yeah, but I heard
Anchovies are an essential ingredient in Korean cuisine. It is the most consumed fish in Korea, and its stock can be used in almost all kinds of soup. Every spring and summer, Mijohang Port overflows with life from countless fishing boats, fishermen, and consumers.
Yeah, wow.
어서 오세요.
To capture the dynamic scene, Jen and Imagen board the boat. "10 a.m. When the fishing boats return to Mijohang Port, it's time to shake the anchovies off the nets. It's a strenuous task that takes 7 to 8 hours. The fishermen shout aloud to forget the strain, and all work in rhythm.
everything is getting my attention. Like, I mean, you know, trying to capture like the, you know, the sardines, like, you know, jumping up into the air and flying, and like, you know, it's really rhythmic. I actually wish Majean was like recording the sound, because like their breathing is just like, it's amazing.
Energy. What they're witnessing is the dynamic energy of life.
I've never seen anything like this in my life. I found myself timing my photographs to their rhythm. You know, it's like you can feel the life here because of, you know, the rhythm and like, you know, their chant. If you listen to it, it kind of sounds like a heartbeat, you know? And so I was timing my photograph in time with their, I kept pushing the shutter like, you know, at the same time, like almost, you know, I don't know. Oh yeah, I have. I'm amazed that she's like, there's a woman out here doing this.
여자들 아무도 없어 여기.
여자들은 필요가 없습니다.
아 그래요?
네.
Maybe strong is one.
She's actually really, really strong, yeah.
내가 아들 딸을 시집 장가 보내려면은 이 그물로 억수로 잡고 당겨야 된다.
이런 일을 할 때는 손이 바짝지다 송했는데 너나 억센 일을 하니까 손이 갑자기 일이 막 마디가 굵어지고 깍쟁이 성격에 체력만 뒷받침되면은 저렇게 하고 저렇게 쓰고 저렇게 하다 보면 몸도 건강해지고 그리고 땀을 흘리거나 노폐물이 빠지니까.
All the scales and, you know, the mess like on his jacket and his apron. I wanted to bring out some of the, like the feeling and the texture, you know, is to bring out, you know, the feeling of the wetness and, you know, the emotion on his face, essentially. The thing that he said to me was, he's like, this is hard, but you just have to be happy, you know? And it's like, you have to enjoy what you do, and if you don't, then you're not gonna be happy.
이거 안녕하세요. 막걸리 한 잔 따라드리고 싶다고.
A brief break after hard work. It cannot be complete without makgeolli and kimchi.
외국인이 주니까 더 맛있으면 꿀맛. 감사합니다.
김치. 꼬리야 김치. 자, 수고 많이 하셨어요.
감사합니다. 감사합니다. Wow.
Sunguri is a small fishing village 30 minutes away from Mijohang Port. There are small and large pebble beaches on Namhaeseom Island. The soothing sound of nature helps the city dwellers escape from their busy everyday landscape.
Sound of wind. You hear the sound of wind?
No.
No, you're not.
I can feel it. I
You
can't
can feel it.
I can't hear it.
But every moving creature has a sound. You know, I'm gonna record that and let you listen to it. 몽돌 소리. Take one.
So tell me what you hear.
I hear everything. What's happening here? Like that.
As she focuses on the sounds, Jen enters a new world.
I feel like I want to like be able to capture in the, you know, like the essence of a photograph, like what I'm hearing, you know, which I've never felt that way before. You know, it's like everything in my life has always been very visual, and it makes me look at things differently, but it's not looking, it's like hearing. It makes me hear things differently.
One must listen to the sounds, not hear them. They were always around her, but she didn't notice them before. Peace washes over Jen and I매진. Music is like a close companion who is always around to comfort you.
Nice. Wow. I love all the, like the little, like the light bulb. I found it as a way to kind of see the world, and you know, I'm not very good at talking, so you know, sometimes it's better for me to express myself with my camera, and you know, it's, and I think this is kind of how I got into travel photography. You know, it's like I guess I see my camera as a way to communicate with people. Sometimes there's barriers, but you know, I guess I look at that as my goal, is to try to figure out how to, like, you know, take those barriers away and to be able to see things a little bit more intimately.
Jen and I매진 make their way out to Jungpo-hang port before daybreak.
God, it's pretty. I really like the mix of color right now. Like, oh, that's so awesome. Oh, come on, come on. 안녕하세요. Nice to meet you. It's a pleasure. Okay.
Today's sun is rising.
You know what? The best sunrise of my life is the one I'm watching. It's really like calm.
Still.
Oh, it's still pretty. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, it is a beautiful sunrise. It changes so dramatically from, you know, day to, you know, pre-morning light. You know, the texture of the water, you know, if there's waves or ripples or anything like that, like, water is forever fluid, and, you know, it's constantly changing. And I think, you know, in the context of this story, you know, it's a good lesson. You kind of have to go with the flow, that things don't always, you know, work exactly how you want them to work, you know, because it is the dawn of a new day, and it doesn't really matter what happened yesterday, because you have another day every day. And
Boat fishing on a crisp early morning is another charm of Namhaeseom Island.
nice job. Woo, two. Look at that. Wow. Oh. Okay. Oh, check it out. Wow. Whoa. Double decker. Oh, he's so beautiful. I love his. He looks like lunch.
I think you're a big eater then. You know?
Jen tries preparing raw fish for the first time.
cut it, yeah, all the way in. And 여기 이제 내장 쪽을.
잘하는데.
You're doing good.
처음 하는 사람이 이게 쉬운 게 아닌데.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
오케이.
Ah. Ooh. Yeah. Good, good.
Good.
아니 됐습니다.
That's great.
선생님.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try it.
Freshly caught raw fish. This zestful taste must be the taste of life.
근데 이 매운 거 잘 먹어요. 매운 거 되게 잘 먹고.
I've never touched one before.
Actually moving.
Oh, it totally is moving. Wow, it's still alive?
괜찮아요.
이 정도, yeah,
That's okay?
That's okay, yeah. That's not a lot.
The sea urchins are in season right now and bursting with the flavor of the ocean.
You like it?
바다 맛이 나요.
Love uni.
너무 좋아하는데. Yeah, I'm going to try it.
So good. When somebody says like favorite food, this is my favorite food. Big slice of pepper, actually.
마늘 넣어 땡 하긴데.
마늘은 잘 먹어요.
Namhaeseom Island is also popular for its world-class golf resort, nestled in nature. Its artistic architecture is in harmony with nature. Big and small islands decorate the Ria coast by the resort. It is truly a masterpiece created by Mother Nature and adorned by artists.
I've been looking at that island like all week, and it's so nice. So
Fishing
beautiful.
point, right? Did you see that?
See the view.
All along. Wow.
Most beautiful coast in the world, I think.
So it's just, you don't even swing, you just push, really. Ah.
Playing golf in the vast green and blue washes away the day's stress. At night, the South Sea's wondrous mysteries awaken
This is really
and unveil a world of fantasy.
Hey, Majean.
There's very many stars here because this Namhae is very clean city. Very clearly to see stars here.
This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm really curious as to know what you're listening to.
Oh yeah,
I can hear the wind howling. Like, can you pick that up?
yeah, of course. And then the waves, crashing into the rocks. Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Wow.
여기서 별자리를 좀 볼 수 있다고 들었는데
네네.
어떤 별자리 같은 걸 볼 수 있나요?
국성 저쪽 보이시는 저쪽에 보시면 약하게 좀 오늘 날씨가
예,
좀 흐리긴
흐려서
한데
그런데 이쪽 방향으로.
잘 보이실 거예요. 카시오페아 자리도 좀 저쪽 멀리 쪽으로 좀 보이실 거고.
It's
네.
Cassiopeia.
Yeah, I heard it. I was like, I know that.
Yeah, this side.
Imagein was recording the sound of the waves and the water and the wind. I just felt like it was really peaceful and kind of calm, and I felt like that was a good representation of the moment.
The moonlight trekking is like you take a trekking on golf course.
Oh, nice.
We said like hole number 12 to 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The stars are hard to shoot. They're really hard to focus on. It's like you gotta pick this little pinprick of light out of the sky, and it's like, focus on that thing. It's like millions of miles away, and I'm like, all right.
Stars bloom over the night sky of Namhae. piled stones on the steep slopes of Seollhulsan Mountain and built 108 terraced rice paddies. Daraengi rice paddies demonstrate the life of the people here. It is yet another masterpiece, unique to Namhaeseom Island. May and June is the peak season for planting rice seedlings.
God, these rice paddies are beautiful.
You've been to China, so you must have seen this kind of like.
I've seen them from a distance.
It's an Asian thing, right?
Yeah, but I've never seen them like up close like this, and especially like on terraces that cascade into the. 안녕하세요.
미국 사람이었어요 여기. 구경 좀 하시라고. 바쁘시죠? 모내기 하시느라고.
힘들어요.
푹푹 빠지는 거죠.
푹푹 빠지기도 빠지고 우리 바닷가에 갯벌 들어가서 걷는다 생각하시면 돼요.
She has them in water all day long.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I can imagine like what that does to her hands.
아, 내 친정엄마 보면 진짜 마음이 아플 것 같아요. 그래서 친정할 때는 며칠 전부터 손톱 소지하고 미용으로 막 이렇게 사고 그래요.
It just means she's strong.
Yeah.
Wow.
Beautiful work.
It is beautiful. Yeah, you have to show me what to do.
The trials posed by nature are also motivations and inspirations for art and life.
This is a nice big row. I felt like this kind of summed up, you know, it was a good story. You know, it's like it tells a story, and you know, it's like you can see the water drops, you know, coming off the seedlings, and you know, you can see the women in the background kind of working all together, and you can kind of see the rows and you know the end product.
Villagers collaborate together because they cannot use tractors on terraced rice paddies.
They're so fast. Good God, I can't keep up with them. That's amazing. Oh boy. Okay. I'm never gonna get out of here. That's okay. Like maybe just can you hold like a big thing like that? Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. That's good. I'm ready when she is. Oh, I love that.
Teamwork is the driving force, and people find pleasure and gratitude in everyday life as they live in harmony with nature.
I'm very excited. This is beautiful. I mean, it's amazing to watch them work. You know, they're really good at what they do. Obviously, they've been doing it a very long time. Oh.
And keep up with
her.
the line.
That wasn't me.
It stinks.
That's not fair. Okay. One more. 17 years.
와서 농사 지어도 되겠습니다.
Oh, she's saying you're good.
너무 잘 심어서. 와서 농사 짓고 살까요?
You wanna come here and live here?
빨리. I got you to smile. 빨리. Yes, I have very little Korean skills. And they obviously didn't have any English skills. And, you know, it doesn't really matter sometimes. But the reality is like a smile goes a long ways. You know, it sets people at ease. You know, I feel like they kind of understood me a little bit, you know, and I felt like I kind of understood them a little bit, even though neither one of us understood each other at all, you know. All right, I think my back is tired. I don't know how they do this all day.
They are professional, so the back pain is kind of like normal.
That's normal.
Yeah.
I can imagine. They're stretching her back.
아이고 머리 아파. 두드려드려야 되는데 이거를 내가.
They decide to take a short break with their new friends. They put down their work and sit down for a snack. Working together and eating together are common scenes in Korea's farm villages.
This is a 중참.
Kongguksu is a cold noodle dish made with soybean soup. And of course, they cannot forget makgeolli.
어떻게 먹었냐면요 막걸리를.
You need to mix it well.
With my finger. All right.
You learn fast.
그거 더 맛있어요.
건배.
I think that's part of the culture. You know, it's not just, you know, these ladies, like it's not this, just this practicality, you know, of like, oh, the work will be easier if we work together. You know, it seems like there's a really deep sense of community here. And, you know, and I feel like, you know, we've all kind of brought something to the table.
사랑스런 그대가 으름 쌓인 아침을 열어줄 널 기다려.
Jen and Imagen head to Boseonggun. Sea breezes from the nearby Bolgyo beach cast a fog over the field and create the perfect environment for tea tree plants.
Oh, God, those rays are amazing.
Amazing. Mist and trees. Crickets.
Crickets?
Cricket, yes. Insects.
Oh, God, there it is again. It was pre-dawn, and
Oh my God, it just keeps
you know, the mist was really dense, and you could barely see through the forest. I just got really excited because I've never really gotten a chance to photograph that before, and so I got super excited, and like, I don't even think I left. I think I was there for like 2 hours, like photographing in this one field. You know when people ask you, like, you know, they tell you to go to your happy place?
Happy place.
I think this is my new happy place.
This is your
yeah.
new happy place.
This is the sun kind of poking around the trees, and you know, I really liked this. It was this balance between like dark and light. You know, first it came through the trees, and then it's like kind of rising above the trees. You know, but all the while it's kind of illuminating this like beautiful tea plantation. You know, and I really liked all the colors and you know the light that was coming through. I think we have a lot of stairs in front of us.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
You can see them way, way, way up there.
But I bet the view would be like.
Oh, I can't even imagine. You said you can actually see the ocean from there?
It says.
Wow. God, this is really incredible. Look at that. You see the mountain like peeking out on the out of the clouds over there?
Right over there.
Clouds drift away and unveil the magnificent sight. In 2013, CNN included this green tea plantation in their list of 31 beautiful sights on this incredible planet. The tea plantation is also popular among filmmakers and photographers.
This is pretty amazing. I hope that's like a memory that's like burned in my brain, you know, that I will remember forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some tension at the top of the frame where, you know, it comes up and it almost touches the edge of the frame. And you kind of feel that tension between the two. And that's, you know, it's kind of how, you know, I felt starting this whole trip. You know, it's like we've been talking about healing through the entire trip, and, you know, this is the theme of this episode. And, you know, so to me, like, this was a very, like, healing place and a healing moment.
The finale of their healing trip, paragliding over Jaesoksan Mountain.
Wow, look at that view.
Can you count all the islands? How many?
Not all 256 of them, no.
저쪽 보이시죠?
Look at that way.
나가는 선.
They're called Suncheon.
Okay.
여기가 춘천만. 끝에.
That's a port of Suncheon. That's the same city and port.
Okay.
민물하고 바닷물이 만나는 데가 풍천이라거든요. 그게 풍천이에요. 쭉 이쪽.
So this area is very famous for the eel.
타봐야 알아요. 이게. 내렸을 때 그 사람 표정을 보면 이게 최고예요, 최고. 이게 그 뿅.
I got mind blowing. All right, that's why it's healing.
그냥 믿고 타요. 나만 믿어.
You can trust me. I knew what you were saying.
산에 올라가면 재밌을 것 같아요. 근데 이제 항상 그런 거잖아요. 시작할 때가 굉장히 두렵고 그때 그 딱 뭐랄까 껍질을 탁 깨고 나가는 순간이 제일 두렵고 이걸 잘 깨고 나가면은 이 힐링 프로세스의 어떤 마침표가 되지 않을까 그렇게 기대하고 있습니다.
Now I'm really excited.
Really excited.
Now that I know I have like, all right.
Okay.
Ooh, ooh, oh my God.
La 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 la.
I think the biggest thing that I learned, and you know, the biggest point for me as far as healing goes, and if I had to tell anybody anything, I think that would be to, you know, to be outside. You know, it's like to get outside and to, you know, appreciate nature. It's like we get really busy and wrapped up in what we do and our jobs, and, you know, it's hard to make time for ourselves, and it's hard to make time to appreciate those small little things. You know, it's like even if you can find, you know, one thing a day to give appreciation for, and like, you know, to give appreciation for, you know, I think that's probably the biggest healing thing that you can possibly do for yourself.
The Hadong master's simple life, the dynamic energy of the sea and the wind on Namhaeseom Island, and the moments of joy and gratitude the two travelers shared. A journey to southern Korea, full of nature and people who resemble nature. Jen and Imagen will look back on the memories they made on the trip again and again.